Good afternoon. I'm Ros Boundy and I'm here for Boomer Press. Now the episode we're up to is episode 28, and what I've been bringing to you has been some of the discovery, description, having a look at the Boomer Press website, which is of course listed there in the description, I think, of the post, but I'm just going to HTTPS, and I can't type for nuts while I'm saying it to you, boomerpress.online. So I'm just putting it into the page, the Boomer Press page, and I'm not sure if it's going into the 5 Foot Road page. Probably is, I hope. Yes, it looks like it has. And what that's doing is showing, I'm just doing a check that I am going live to the 5 Foot Rope group. I've done this slightly differently today. I have got it there. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Good. So that's working. And I'll just get that. Okay, yes it is. Goodly. So I'm here for Boomer Press, of course, because I'm really enjoying my journey in the writing pathways that I'm learning through, and at the same time as I'm learning, I'm wanting to share it with others as well. So what I've got coming up is a basic course called Unlock Your Writing Potential, and being able to get started with the writing. So that's due to launch in a couple of days. I'm crossing my fingers and hoping it is going to be ready. I'll still be able to take your names and have you join the membership, and the course will start at least. So you'll hear about that in due course in a couple of days. So that's coming up. So keep an eye on the website, and you'll see that it will be announced there, as well as the other various social media platforms. So definitely first point of call is Boomer Press on the Facebook location and through the YouTube. So because there is the Boomer Press YouTube channel as well. And you'll be able to see all of the consecutive, the playlists. I have got a playlist that's showing on the Boomer Press YouTube channel. Just going to get that for you as a link as well, so you can go and have a look at the playlist. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, isn't it? Let's have a look. There's the Boomer Press YouTube channel. Because that shows up in the comments, it's not as big a deal for the Facebook numbers. So trying to get everything in line and sorting itself out can be interesting. So there we have it. I've got the Boomer Press, the YouTube channel. It is at Boomer Press. And here we have the website, the boomerpress.online. Okay, so that sorts that out. But what I've been wanting to do is to get back to sharing some of those, just the little tips, and use that deck that is called the conversation cards. It's not that one that I'm looking for. I've got the wrong ones. I was going to get the life story cards, and I still haven't found them again. So I'm not sure what one. Bum. Looks like I'm not doing that. No, I'm not, so hold on a sec. There you go for being disorganised and making all the wrong moves as far as doing a live stream goes. Turning my back to the camera and all sorts. Well, doesn't it matter? Does it matter? Who knows? I'm going to share my camera, just going to this one that is over the table, and swap it round. So I am going to use, since I can't seem to find where the life story cards are, I have put them in a space that I can't remember. They're somewhere. Yeah, for the life of me, I just can't remember where I've put them. So what I thought I'd do instead, just going to take out some kipper cards, and this might be a really good time to. I'm just going to shuffle 3, and we'll look at this at the same time as sharing a screen for my scrivener, because you remember how we were getting along with doing the life story cards. Let's just imagine I've found the life story cards, and I'm just going to put 3 cards here that are going to represent that life story flow that we would normally have. So what we've got there, with placing the 3 cards from the kipper deck, I'll share the screen of my scrivener. So that should show up my scrivener, I'm hoping. Am I looking at the right screen? Yes, although it's showing the edges there of something else behind. Let me just align that again properly. Okay, so you remember how we've got these, I'll go back to an episode that we sort of filled in here, where episode 15 for instance, and I've got it as the date there. I'll copy that across. We can go copy, and you see here where we've missed a few because I haven't filled it out properly. We're here at this stage. I'm going to go here, paste that. We're up to number 28, and I will fill these others in. Now what we're at is Monday, and we're on the 13th of January. There we go. Now we can see from the chapter title, well, the episode title up the top here, that we've definitely got it in 2025, so I'm not going to worry about that. So for today, even though I've got this in early life, I'm still going to use the kipper card that we're sharing as part of that, you know, for the location. So here where we've got this, that is our, I'll just use a pen to point to it. So I'm going to use the change card as the one that is going to represent early life. So I'll just go here and put kipper deck, a dash, and it's card 9, number 9, change. And just put a few tips that are from this. I'm doing a lot of swapping here because it's a little bit interesting. I'm not seeing, I haven't got a screen, so I'm going to read through just the number 9 card, some of the key words, and then we're going to use it. See, this is just another different way that we can use various cards and tools to bring forward what we're wanting to, you know, sort of prompt our memory for things that in this instance are going to be referring back to our early life. So from the card that says change, so here we've got it, that's in the book here, we're going to put down some, the keywords are change, movement, progress, transition, new direction. So the card itself has a description of creatures of comfort and habit. We're like a languid school of fish who swim in calm, familiar waters, in and around the same shipwreck every day. You can see the fish just in there. Okay, so in and around the calm waters every day, and light nibble and nap, right? So it's fairly regular, the same type thing every day. Yet powerful winds arrive that create friction. So there's obviously something that's going to pull in energies that create the waves. You can just see a faded patch there that is meant to look like waves and the wind coming in for this one. So in that context, energy's transferred, and before we know it, oh, I've got a typo here, proofreading as I go. The comma's in the wrong spot. No, it's there's a surging wave of change. So sometimes it can be forbidding, unexpected, and unwanted, but often it's a good thing. So it's a much longed for or needed shake-up. Where will we find ourselves when change begins to break? Now, what we can put here is, now I've got to change what screen I'm sharing. I've got to change my screen. Here we are in our, did it change? Yes. So here we are in our Scrivener, and I'm going to put change is inevitable. What was a big change in your early life that you can share with your readers? Right? Well, we can put it that way and give a bit of space, and that in itself is going to be something that will prompt your memory to bring forward one of the biggest stories that you might have in your life at that early stage, which, remember, what we've been using is that's up to the the adolescent time. Midlife is the 20s, up to the teens. Early life, I think we could consider that was from memory. That's how I was describing it before. So now what we're looking at in the next one for the midlife is card number 35, Long Road. So I'm going to go back to the shared screen, card 35, and Kipper deck number 35, Long Road. And we'll go down here and we'll read some of what that has for us from the book. Card 35. Now most of these, it is only 36 cards in the Kipper deck, so we're sort of at the end of a journey here with the Long Road. You can see it almost looks like a boardwalk, this one, but they're using that as the depiction for the road. Okay, so keywords are a long way, a great distance, a long time, 2 years if you're looking at it in the respect of timelines, timing. And it's got some wonderful little seaweedy looking things around the end of, well, it could even be a jetty, but boardwalk, that type of thing. So, when will I find true love? Will our house sell? When will I find a new job? Because this one's boring a hole into my forehead. For timing questions, Long Road is a welcome and useful card. So it's known as the 2-year card, and it can be relied on to answer the questions of when or how long. So it is used as a timing card. So if, however, it's an ants in the pants querent is looking for quick results and exciting new developments, this card cautions that the future has its own itinerary and pace and intends to take the scenic route. Its message extols the virtues of patience, endurance, and stamina. So, and all things long way, long time, long term. It's time to wait, to embrace the status quo. So it's not for those that want instant gratification, etc. Right. So in context of what we're doing now with the writing and using it a bit as a prompt for that midlife, we'll go over to the... Did that screen change? It's taking a bit to change the screen. This is the 2-year card, and what we're looking for is some patience and knowing that it's not going to be in a hurry. I'm just going to put a question. Choose a 2-year span that has been in the midlife that you would consider was quite an influential time. Describe how it fits into what you want to put into your story. Right, so that's what I'm going to do with that one. Whether that fits for what your purpose is, that's where you can discern what you feel that it's meaning for you, as far as how your story, your life story is. Now, the later life we know is going to be around about the mid time. I put that more as the 45, 50 and onwards, the maturity, the years where we start to really have some experience under our belt and bring that in to, giving some sage advice if we need to, or some guidelines, or some, look, this has been my result. It may suit you to, to your reader, that is, to connect and identify, have empathy with, and all that sort of thing. So, because it is part of that reflection and seeing how it fits, how it's worked out in your own life to what you're trying to put across to your readers. So, hi. Whoopsie, I'm sharing this. Good evening to you, Susan. Lovely to see you here. And Claire, hi, how are you? I'm not quite sure where I'm seeing these events from. I just know they're from Facebook. I haven't got them specifically from the 5 Foot Rope page, because I actually have done this the usual way I do my live streams in the morning. So it's not specifically mentioning 5 Foot Rope TV, which I know this is going to the 5 Foot Rope TV, but it's also going to my Boomer Press and the Ros Boundy pages in Facebook. I haven't done it direct to YouTube. That will be uploaded later. So lovely to have you popping in and making your comments. Thank you very much. I would encourage you to go to 5 Foot Rope TV as another avenue to check out some other wonderful presenters doing their own live streams in that realm as well. And that's this one here. I've put the comment there, so it's 5 Foot Rope TV, like that, and you'll see the little icon. Some encouragement to go over and subscribe to that page, or follow, or whatever it's called now. Anyway, I'll get back to this one that is card number 22, military. So it'd be interesting what this comes up with, how we can fit that in context of a potential memoir, writing about your life story, or your story fitting in memoir as part of that later life and reflection. So this one is with keywords that are around brother, friend, authority, professional, in uniform, because you can definitely see military is uniforms, isn't it? Blockages, constraints, duty, warning, discipline. Interesting. So when sea life turns lazy, lawless, wild and weird, then it's time for military to ride in on his trusty seahorse and restore order. So bedecked from head to fin in the shiny regalia of his station, he's a striking figure who's visibly at ease in a position of authority. Make no mistake, the sirens don't like to be told to stop shipwrecking. So is that the purpose of the siren? Sounds like it, doesn't it? I must read the story behind it again. Anyway, but sometimes rules and regulations are necessary for the highest good, and this is the card to enforce it. So it's definitely a discipline type of a card. As a person, military will be involved with the querent in some official capacity. So this is a professional who is in service and suits up in a uniform. While striving for precision, military maintains a strict regime of physical or mental discipline. There's a focused, no-nonsense and abrupt quality to these roles, which include emergency services, armed services and medic personnel. It could even be an executive chef. I need hands people, or your trainer at the gym. 5 more repetitions. Now, accordingly, this card is well suited as a harbinger of some much needed giddy up in the querent's life. If you want to see what's holding back the querent, find this card in the spread. So I mean, that is more to do with the psychic reading side of it, but this is a card that is definitely to do with that is uniformed people and the discipline of regulation and rules and that type of thing. So what we're going to do as we share this one, we're just going to put this over in, is it sharing yet? Good. Put this over in the Scrivener. So Kipper deck, and it's number 22, and it's military. So what sort of experience from your own vast years of learning and growing as you have grown up would you want to share with your readers? And I think that would actually bring forward a really good thought process for yourself. Is that screen something that you can actually read well enough? I'm just thinking that isn't very big lettering, is it? And I'm not sure how to increase the size of it here. Let me just see if I can do that with my mighty mouse. No, I can't. Well, that's something I need to research, isn't it? So there's all of that. And if I do that up to, oh goodness, if I just do it to 64, can you see? Oh no, see, that's even too big. 36. No, I think I'm messing with things I don't need to be doing at the moment. No, let me go back on that. Nah, I'll go back. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. You're getting the idea of what I'm trying to share with that anyway. So as we're looking at different ways, like these cards in particular, or any type of card that you may use, you might have a tarot deck, you might have oracle cards, you might have something else that you'd like to use that brings forward ideas to put into the mind to bring, you know, what sort of things that you want to focus on in your memoir as you're writing. And just to get some practice in writing, create even just a made up, you know, make out that you're writing a fairy tale with these 3 cards or something like that, just as practice to get the brain to thought process to creating a story. If you're wanting to do just some writing, almost like a brain dump, but with a purpose that it's creating a story. Okay, just as practice. So that's what I have for you to share with you today, just as a bit of fun, and to continue on that process, so that what we really are getting into as a flow is to just start writing, because we really don't want to leave it too late until it is too late to write our memoirs. If you know within your heart that you want to write your story, you need to start it as soon as possible. Don't leave it till later. Set up something that's going to give you a process that you can write daily or at least weekly. Something from what is your life story that you want to put in and connect into a flowing prose that brings interest and, well, in a way, a revelation of your own self. It does become vulnerable, but to teach or show others that they can move through whatever life issues there are that you want to share as well. So, you know, yes, just choose what you want to use as that tool. I'm just showing you ideas, but the most important message I really want you to take with you is don't leave it until it is too late. Sometimes, you know, we think, yeah, I'm going to ask mum and dad about that. I really would like to do their stories, or ask them, you know, bits and pieces, and then next thing, it's too late. I found that with so much of what I wanted to ask my parents, and they're not with us anymore. So I do have a book that Dad wrote of the Pat and John story, but it wasn't enough. I felt I really wanted to put more into what they could have shared of their life, because it was in those days with horse and carts a lot, and all those funny things and funny stories they shared, and they're lost. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. And wow, so it's 2:22 a.m. there in Ontario, Canada. Wow, Kenneth, you probably beat me to it. I've been awake since 4:30 this morning a.m. because I really enjoy learning new things, and it was just a study group that I'm part of with learning the writing craft. So I was up that early. You've beat me to it. Lovely to have you sharing with us and being here. Thank you. And I'd love to hear more of your own story as well. So thank you for spending time with me. I'm so happy to be able to do this type of live stream and sharing the different bits and pieces that we can share with others as well in writing, in doing memoir. I've got lots to learn, and maybe you do too. Check out the website, get in touch with me by the means. There is a contact page there. The social media, just look for Ros Boundy or Boomer Press. And we'll see you Thursday at the same time, the 5:30 Adelaide time, whatever that comes up with for you, wherever you are in the world. We truly are global, aren't we? So thank you very much, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye for now.